especially like, and now undisputed champ, but especially with 2 champs, period, in the same gym. Right. There's no place to go to be motivated. And then Frank was like ring number 1, so he's right there too. So to be inspired by all of that stuff right there.
And now you're trying to bring the heavyweight champ back. You want a heavyweight champ too in
bring him back, man. Listen, man, I really took the job because I feel like I can help him. And everybody feels like they can help him, but I feel like I can.
Those are the words of Derrick James as he was asked by AK and Barack. Shout out to those gentlemen, that if AJ's a smart learner, a fast learner, can he, Derrick James, train Anthony Joshua to beat Oleksandr Usyk on the 3rd fight? And as you heard Derrick James say, that, yeah, because I have 2 southpaws in my gym, and I can take away what they're good at versus I can add to the repertoire of Anthony Joshua. And let me counterpunch. I feel that Derrick James, his familiarity with southpaws is a plus. I like the way he answered. He didn't answer like too hype, like, yeah, we sure can, great. You know, I mean, I don't think it was a salesman-like pitch because, you know, a lot of these coaches, they want to put this promoter suit on and they want to promote themselves as a champion trainer. And what they do, I think they try too hard, and when they try too hard, it's obvious. In this case, I didn't sense any of that with Derrick James, you know. And what he said actually makes sense because you have Errol Spence, southpaw, then you have Frank Martin, southpaw, you know, and both of those guys are undefeated. One's been in the game for a while, Errol Spence, and Frank Martin has just stepped on the scene, and he's done some things already very impressive by taking out the undefeated number 1 ranked contender, Michael Rivera, you know, which recently just test positive for PEDs, and he was still able to get him out of there despite the edge that PED is supposed to give fighters, you know, and that's already a plus. And I like the way he is. I like the way they gel, and I think it's more important that people should really understand that Anthony Joshua did not pick Robert Garcia to be his trainer. Okay, and see, if I wouldn't have heard it from someone else, I would have took it as bullshit or an excuse. But since, you know, you've heard that from Angel Fernandez, that it was up to him, that he brought him in, that it wasn't really a personal choice of Anthony Joshua. It was just maybe like, hey, this guy should do well for you. And I think that's rather strange because it just lets you know, like, okay, why were you letting a coach pick who you should train? You know, at the same time, they had to both work together, Fernandez and Garcia, so I kind of get it. But then again, you know, this is a personal choice that AJ's like, look, I'm going to pick this fighter. I'm going to pick what's best for me. And I want to learn from this particular guy, and I hope this is a good gel. I think this is a good connect. I hope these guys, you know, collab well together. But a 3rd fight with Oleksandr Usyk at this point is something that I wouldn't care to see. Like, why? Why would you care to see that? You know, because it's still AJ, you know, puncher's chance, but puncher's chance only because Oleksandr Usyk does pretty much everything else better. So I wouldn't really warrant that right now. You know, the important thing is that where he was and where his downfall was, the coach that he has now has a solution to that problem as well. Okay? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Derrick James, confident that he could train Anthony Joshua to beat Oleksandr Usyk if they fight one more again. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.